Hello everyone, my name is Skychrew. Welcome to how one guy survived at the bottom of the ocean for 3 days alone. So this video was made by a real story, what happened to one person, and this video was made by real life lore, so the link's in the description. This video is done for educational purposes to study and this reaction to understand more about human life and what has been happening and what kind of situation a human person can be. So let's start.
This video was made possible by CuriosityStream.
Okay.
When you sign up at the link in the description,
Check out
you'll
Real Life
also
Lore.
get access to
Amazing
Nebula,
channel. I've
the
been watching
streaming
them
video
for 6 months
platform
already.
that Real Life Lore is a
Very
part
interesting
of.
stories.
The ocean is a huge and terrifying place.
That's
but
true.
It's even more
I'm terrified
huge
of
and
ocean.
terrifying when you go beneath the surface.
Yeah.
More than 80% of the world's oceans are still unmapped, unobserved,
Can you imagine
and
that?
unexplored.
Nobody
Meaning that if
even
you go
knows
down
what's
on
on-
a
what's
ship,
out there.
You're most likely going to sink down to an area that no human being has ever
Dude,
before
that's
seen.
so, like,
Boats and
spectacular,
people
it's,
still
like,
go
so
missing all the time
vivid.
out there, and occasionally even entire airplanes with hundreds of people on board.
How?
do
Isn't there
too.
communication or
Very rarely do
GPS to
people who
see
go
where
missing
it
out there
landed?
ever
Or,
return
like, where it
back to
crashed?
us on the land. But this is the story of one guy who did, and he's probably simultaneously both one of the unluckiest and luckiest people to have ever lived. His name is Harrison Okene, a
Harrison
Nigerian man who in
Okene, okay.
2013 was working an ordinary job as a cook on board the ordinary tugboat Jascon 4. His boat was
Okay.
working with a couple others late at night on the 26th of May, about 32 kilometers off the coast of Nigeria
Why so far?
in the Gulf of Guinea. While they were attempting to work together, stabilizing a Chevron oil tanker in the rough seas, a freakish big rogue wave smashed
Out of
into the
nowhere?
Jascon 4 at around 4:30 a.m., which snapped their
Oh,
rope
that's-
and
oh,
flipped
that's
the
so
boat over.
unfortunate.
It began to rapidly sink, and panic set in for the 12 crew members on board.
12
Most
people.
of these guys were locked inside of their cabins as a safety precaution against getting
Oh
raided
god,
by
I can
pirates.
imagine how
But
that's...
while being locked inside of a cabin works well against a dude with a gun,
I mean, that's
it
true.
doesn't work so well when your cabin is getting flooded with
Oh,
water.
no, he
Luckily for
choked
Okene,
himself. He couldn't-
however, was that right before the ship flipped over, he had left his cabin for the bathroom. Only wearing his
Okay.
underwear, he got tossed around inside before the tiny room filled
That
up with
must
water.
have hurt.
He forced the door open and witnessed
Ooh,
several
right
of
on
his friends
time.
get swept outside of the boat. Okene got pushed out from the bathroom down the hallway into another bathroom.
Oh,
where
damn.
He managed to hang on above water for long enough until the boat hit the ocean floor, 30 meters beneath the surface.
What?
Roughly equal to a 7-story building.
That's
Eventually
so
suffering
deep,
from the
dude.
extreme cold, he managed to scramble his way
Dude,
out of
that's
this
like-
dangerous tiny bathroom underwater and in
Skyscrew-
complete
oh my God,
darkness.
dude.
Unable to see or breathe, he used his hands to feel ahead of him until he fantastically discovered another, larger air pocket in the engineer's office where he decided to stay put.
What? How did
Almost
it not flood?
completely naked, with no food or fresh water, in a cold, wet room with a rapidly diminishing supply of oxygen, his
Oh,
odds
dude.
of survival were definitely very grim.
Isn't the
pocket
water
of
goes
air
up, or-
he was now trapped in was small, only about 1.2 meters high and 6 cubic
That's not
meters
much.
in volume, and the death buffet that the Grim Reaper was offering him up was plentiful. He could have died from thirst. He could have
True.
died from just being too cold. The
Yeah.
water could have filled up and drowned him. He could
That's
have
what
just
I'm
run out
saying.
of air and suffocated. Or he could have gotten eaten alive by sharks who were already investigating the wreck.
Already?
So here's how he managed to fight off all of these
Friends?
multiple friend requests from the Reaper. First,
So-
he managed to find a few cans of Coke around his area to prevent his dehydration.
That's
Second,
good.
He discovered a mattress that he fashioned beneath him that kept part of his chest and
Oh,
his entire head above
survived.
the cold water, which helped his core continue to stay
For some
warm
time.
and prevented the onset of hypothermia. If it wasn't for that lucky break, the
True.
very
If
cold
it wasn't for
water would have
mattress.
likely killed him within hours. But
Mm-hmm.
his biggest problem was the tiny pocket of air that he was trapped in, running out of oxygen.
for how long,
Based on
though?
The size of the pocket that he was in and the pressure that it was under 30 meters
Yeah,
beneath the ocean.
it's
his
pressure
time
and
limit
it's
for
difficult.
breathing was likely only around 60 hours, give or take a little.
That's a
But
lot.
there was an additional danger to him in the pocket besides simply running out of oxygen to breathe. He could have also breathed out too much and pumped out too much carbon dioxide, which would have poisoned himself. Luckily for him, however, is that CO2 is easily absorbed by water, and by splashing the water around inside,
Oh, that's
he's
smart.
inadvertently
Knowledge.
increasing the water's surface area, which
So just
increased
splash
the rate
and-
that the CO2 was getting absorbed at, and so the levels never got high enough inside to become lethal. And while he had to endure the sounds of sharks getting in and feasting upon the corpses of his
Oh,
friends,
the crushing
they luckily
bones,
never managed
dude.
to find him in his little pocket. Okene
He's
was
so
trapped
lucky the
there
shark
deep in
didn't find
water
him.
at the bottom of the ocean in a tiny, pitch black 6 cubic meter space
Oh, no,
while
dude.
listening to sharks eating his friends for 60
Ugh.
incredibly grueling and frightening hours, pushing
That's
the
nuts.
absolute limit of his limited oxygen supply when right then,
dude.
probably within just an hour or two of suffocating, he finally heard the sound of knocking. Unknown
What?
to him, Chevron had sent a team of divers to investigate the wreck and recover any bodies.
Yes, they did
Unknown
it!
to Chevron was that one of those bodies was actually still alive. Okene began banging his surroundings back at them to no avail.
Yeah,
But
that's
when he
right.
finally saw the light of a diver emerge inside of the water nearby,
They found
to
him!
He knew that his time to act had come.
True.
Divers only expected to find a corpse, but he latched onto the arm of the next diver who passed and probably gave him the shock of his life.
It's like,
But the risk
what
of
are you
death
doing?
for Okene
Who are you?
wasn't
Oh
even
my
over
god!
Then, after being under the
The
ocean
dude's
for
like
so
shocked, like
long,
the
a
diver.
rapid ascent back to the surface would have likely sent him into cardiac arrest and killed him.
Oh,
so, the divers equipped him with a diving helmet, placed him into a diving bell, and raised him back up above the ocean's surface, where
Wow.
he then had to spend 2 more days decompressing before
What?
finally returning back to normal reality.
2
after his
days?
real-life nightmare. Okene's horrific ordeal.
Oh, yeah, it's
is
because
believed
of the
to be
decompression.
longest
Yeah, I
amount
get
of
it.
time that any human being has ever survived for underwater without
That's
the
nuts.
assistance of any diving equipment. He says that he continues to have nightmares about the
Obviously.
incident, and he has vowed to
Poor guy.
never again return to the ocean for the rest of his life.
Just
Fear of
beyond the
ocean like
land.
that is known as thalassophobia. And if you can
Thalassophobia.
relate and don't really feel like visiting the ocean, then I've got a great way that
I
you
mean,
can
I
still
wanna
learn
try
a
once.
ton about the ocean anyway from the comfort of your home. Curiosity Stream.
Okay,
It's a documentary
okay.
streaming site with thousands of top
Dude, that was a nice story. It's crazy to think what human body can do to survive. Like, intense, dude. 2 hours left for the oxygen. It's not much. 2 hours only. And then boom, the divers came in. Just on time. Super lucky. I think that's about it, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this the animation in a way about the story, a real life story about the person who survived. It's pretty nuts and crazy what to see, like a person survived underwater, somehow managed to find coke, somehow managed to find mattress in the complete darkness. You don't see anything. Close your eyes and you don't see anything. Somehow he managed to find Coca-Cola. I don't know how he found a mattress. It's absolutely crazy, dude. What the heck? And you're just sitting underwater, very, very cold, just in an underwear. Very deep. 60 hours. It's like two and a half days. And you're just hearing and you're lucky that sharks aren't even at your point. Like, they're not even under you. Because that would have been a huge issue. First of all, the cold could have got him, but the mattress saved him. The hydration trust me, the human body cannot last with water for such a long time at all. That kept him alive. Plus the freaking possibility that the air pocket was too huge enough. And the 60 hours. Plus to that extra stuff is that sharks didn't get to him. But the disadvantage that he had to hear the crushing bones and like how the sharks feast and like eat on the crew members. Oh, that's terrifying. He might have seen blood also rise up the water. It's absolutely crazy to think. And dude, this is nightmare actually. This is someone's nightmare, to be honest. This guy got super lucky that he survived. Honestly, what a story. And this is why actually first reaction to real life lore. I did watch real life lore for half a year already, a lot of episodes so far, but I never decided to do a reaction. But I think today we can try it out, especially for the new year. Maybe I'll do reactions every time real life lore uploads. We'll see, lads. If you enjoyed this kind of series of real life lore, let me know in the comments and leave a like, share this video if you can, tell your friends about this channel. Whew, what a story, dude. What an absolutely crazy story. This one guy It's incredible how lucky he was. Pure luck. 2 hours left of oxygen, boom. The survivors out there. It's like the divers. Plus he had to suffer 2 more hours, but at least he knows he's safe. But 2 more hours. Oh my god, dude. That's nuts. I can imagine how painful it was all around his body and everything, how much pain he went through just to survive, and especially those today's extra. He was probably on the news as well, definitely. Oh god. But yeah, lads, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, share this video ever you can, tell friends about this channel, and I will see you tomorrow with another video, so stay tuned for that. Be cool, lads, stay awesome. Thank you so much for watching.